Aries. Welcome to Your Path Tarot. My name is Sue, and I am so grateful that you have joined me here today. If this is your first time seeing my hands, welcome. If you are a returning person, thank you. Thank you so much for coming back. I am so sorry that I have been MIA. It has been a trying week, and I won't get into it here because I will get emotional, but you can look in the community tab for information on that. So, this is the weekly reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or any other strong placements in your chart. If you are cross-watching, I'm going to go ahead and recommend that you don't cross-watch for another person, and I have my reasons. You have your free will, you can do whatever you want to do, and that's fine. But I would just recommend against it. I think that there are better ways to use your energy, and I will just leave it at that. We're at my dining room table, and that is because the hot weather has finally settled in the Northeast. And I had to put in my air conditioning unit in both my bedroom and my living room. But the difference is that the AC in my living room is right on top of my place where I do tarot in my bedroom, and it's just loud and bad. So I'm down in my living room. This is my dining room table, complete with nothing that matches and loads of cat hair. And there's an AC unit down here too, but it's just not nearly as loud and obnoxious. At least I don't think so. I hope not. We'll see. We'll see what the audio's like when I'm done. All right, so here's how it's going to work today. As always, I'm going to cleanse the space using the singing bowl, and then we're going to just pull some cards. We're going to talk about whatever Spirit wants to talk about. We're going to talk about, it could be money, it could be love, it could be career, it could be shadow work, it could be all kinds of stuff. So we're just going to do that. And did I explain it? I'm sure I'm missing something. I mean, if you're watching tarot, you probably already know, this is a general read, so not everything is going to apply to everybody. Please take only what resonates with your situation, leave the rest for somebody else to find it. If none of this reading goes to anything that you're currently going through, then you might want to watch other signs for, like your other placements, like get your chart pulled, find out what your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, all that jazz is, and then go watch for those signs, because maybe there's a message there for you. I don't know. But chances are, if you've clicked on this message, then there is something here for you. Yeah? Okay, good, cool. I don't hate this setup. I actually kind of like it, I think. I don't know. You guys will have to tell me what you think in the comments. I'm going to sound the singing bowl. If you've got earbuds in or headphones on, you might want to just pop them off for a quick second. And as I am ringing the singing bowl, I would ask that you invite any benevolent energies, guides, sainted loved ones, spirit, creator, source, whatever you tap into to connect to the divine, and I'm going to do the same. To my guides, my spirits, my angels, my sainted loved ones, my highest self, thank you for allowing me to be here and do this. Please use these cards to create a clear and accurate picture for the sign of Aries. Please create a clear channel through me so that I can tell Aries what they need to hear for their best and highest good. Thank you. I could not do this without you. Right, good stuff. I feel energy. Okay, Sip of that. And let's go. We're going to start with the regular, degular Rider-Waite Tarot. We're going to pull, like, I don't know, 5 or 6 cards to see what's going on, and then we'll clarify as necessary. What is going on with Aries? What do we need to know for Aries, please? What do we want to talk about with Aries tonight? Oh, okay. Please keep in mind, sometimes I take reversals and sometimes I don't. It is the prerogative and whim of every tarot card reader whether they want to or not. I usually get a pretty strong indication as to whether I need to take a reversal. In this case, I don't think I do. Energy here is pretty strong. What does Aries need to know, please? Give me a few more cards. What does Aries need to know? Whoa. Dang. All of them, huh? Well, that's a lot. I mean, we'll see. So this was the first guy that came out. Now, I'm not going to take these in any specific order. Usually what happens is I'm able to formulate... Oh, what the... Hey! Oh. Dude, what is going on here? Oh, boy. Well, Aries, I think you got it going on. Ooh. Give me a minute. Hold on. Well, can we just take a moment to appreciate that you got the happiest card in the deck? Love it for you. Love that. Love that. Oh, gosh. I feel like... Hold on. Get out of here. There is the story. Morning Glory. I feel like I need to clarify. I'm pretty sure I know what's going on here, but I feel the need to clarify. Because something came to an end. But you're going to receive some information, some communication that is going to, I mean, for lack of a better word, unconstipate you. But I would like to know in which direction, like, what, so you've got, blah, blah, I'm getting ahead of myself. So you have the Death card, the Ten of Wands, the Eight of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, the Fool, the King of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, and the Sun. You have 4 majors here in your corners. And it's all good. Now, keep in mind, the Death card is... It's not a bad card. It looks pretty dire. It looks pretty grim. But, you know, death is something that happens to everyone, you know, on the micro and at the macro. I mean, you know, none of us is getting out of here alive. Sorry to be grim, but that's kind of where I'm at right now. But the Death card in a reading, in a tarot reading, almost never signifies any sort of actual death. But what it does, it's more like an ego death. because you see here the king has been trampled down, the crown is off, death comes for even the most pious among us, death comes for children, death comes for us all. And we have to die this ego death, I think. But what is it what came to an end? Because here, I mean, I can see you've had, whatever is going on, you've had it. You are dirty done with all of this stuff. Like you are ready to move on. And you are. The great thing about the Wheel of Fortune is that it's movement. It's time marching on. It's greasing the wheel. It's forward momentum. And it's giving you the courage to start anew. But I need to find out what came to an end. So let's see. I'm going to use the Scary After Tarot cards. Now, I think I've told you before, I have kind of a weird relationship with this deck. It's a great deck, but it gives me the oogies. I don't know why, but it does. It is a reimagining of the Rider-Waite Tarot. And what it's supposed to, it's the same basic art, but it depicts everything like a few moments later than what is actually in these pictures. You'll see what I mean. What came to an end, please? Give me a card or two for this Death card and the Ten of Wands. What came to an end? What burden are we laying down here? What burden is Aries laying down? What came to an end? Oof. The Emperor and the Eight of Swords. So the Emperor is all four of the kings rolled into one. And the Eight of Swords usually depicts, there's a gal who's being, who is trapped, quote unquote, by these 8 swords. She's got a blindfold on, and she can't see that all she has to do, like these binds are not on her all that tightly. All she has to do is like wiggle out of them and take the blindfold off her eyes, and she could easily walk out of this prison of swords. And you can see here there's somebody in this figure that's helping her. I wonder, did an older, wise male give you some advice recently that gave you the courage to walk away from a situation? Because between these 3 cards, I feel like this is all related. So I feel like maybe an older male set you free? Huh. Okay. I'm not sure this is a love reading. It does not smack of love reading to me. But it could be. Was it? Could be work related. You've got pentacles here. Is this a love reading? Is this a love reading, please? Is this a love reading? No, it's not a love reading. This is not a love reading. I feel like maybe things were tumultuous for you in some sort of situation where you were working on a project. Maybe you were working on, maybe it was, I'm feeling strongly like it was something with work. And Aries, you guys are hard workers. You are hard and workers and very passionate about what you do. And if something crosses you funny, that can cause a whole lot of consternation for you. Like, because if you're not happy doing your work, you don't want to do that work. Like, that is just not, you are not about to spend your precious time working, no matter how big the paycheck. If you don't like what you're doing, it's a bad situation. That is a very unhappy Aries. I feel like somebody maybe gave you advice or will give you advice. That's the more likely scenario. I feel like an older male or perhaps mentor, very wise person, is going to give you some advice that's going to help you decide what to do about this work situation. It's going to be different for all of you. And please do keep in mind that tarot is not prescriptive. You have your own free will. Just because I pull something in the tarot does not mean that it is going to necessarily come to pass. This is just giving you stuff to think about, okay? But what these cards are telling me is that you have somebody who is older and wiser who is about to give you some counsel that is going to help you make some kind of decision that's going to ease your burden and clear things up for you. I see clarity here, which I think you need. I think that, this is somebody that needs clarity. This is somebody that needs a helping hand. And you can see that in this depiction of the Eight of Swords. And you are getting a helping hand. You really can't do much better than that. And that is going to literally get that wheel rolling. I don't know what kind of advice you're going to get. Anything else? What kind of advice will this mentor have for Aries? How will we know? I think that's it. What kind of advice? Oh. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely work-related. We've got the Four of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. And I feel like the advice that you're getting is to, literally, hang on to, be very careful about your assets and everything that you've accumulated so far, so that you can be prepared to take that lonely walk in the snow. The Five of Pentacles, it's kind of hard to see. The lighting here is kind of sucky, guys. I'm sorry. But the Five of Pentacles is a deliberate decision, because this person has chosen to keep themselves out in the snow. Like, you can't really tell on this card because these are... I like the Biddy Tarot, I beg your pardon, Everyday Tarot. But it's a little sparse. So when you see the Five of Pentacles, usually it's an injured person and a very cold and threadbare person walking past a church window, and there's this stained glass, and you'll see the Five of Pentacles in the stained glass. And what it insinuates is that those two people could go into that church and find the comfort that they need, but they're instead choosing to take that lonely walk in the snow. It's a choice. And in this case, I feel like it's like the ant and the grasshopper. Does anybody remember that fable? Does anybody even tell fables anymore? So the ant and the grasshopper was a fable about like an ant and a grasshopper, in the months leading up to winter. And the grasshopper, sat around all day and did fuck all, and he was like laying around, and the ant in the meantime was busy squirreling away all of his food and stuff. And then come winter, the grasshopper's like, well, dang, I don't have anything. And the ant is like, well, you should have maybe done a little bit more of this. So I see this mentor giving you advice about how to protect and save your assets to prepare for this, so that if you have to take a walk, and I feel like you're going to, you're prepared for it. And that is going to help you move things along. I feel like when you walk away from this, whatever has got you all jacked up about this work situation or this project or whatever's got you jacked up, you're moving away from. And that's what gets the wheel moving. And you have this really great energy of the Fool, because the Fool is a fresh start. The Fool is literally starting back at zero. Like, that is square, not even square one, it's square zero. But I mean, you also, you literally are going from the Fool to the Sun here in this same trajectory, and I love that. I feel like this King of Cups might be like new sheriff in town, but it's somebody who treats their workers compassionately. Because kings in the tower are like boss energy, right? So I feel like you're choosing to take this leap of faith, and it's going to pay dividends because you have this new person, maybe a new mentor, maybe a new boss, but definite boss energy. But it's the King of Cups. So this is somebody who is compassionate, who treats people like human beings, who sees people's emotional side, who, you ever get stuck in a job where you just felt like you were being treated like a robot? I feel like maybe that's what you're going away from. And that's great. I'm glad. I hope that's the case, because I have also been in that situation and it sucks. So, I think we're going to get some cat action here in a minute. Since I'm down in the living room, I do have a couple of cats that are running around, and sometimes they will randomly just yell. And sometimes they will jump in my lap, and sometimes they will do antics. So, let's hope everybody behaves. Anyway, I would like to know more about the King of Cups. Where shall we go? Yeah. Tell me about the King of Cups, please, for Aries. Who is this King of Cups, please? And what have they to do with this Three of Pentacles? Three of Pentacles is a great card to have because that's collaboration, that's building something solid, it's literally working on a foundation. Maybe in your new position, you will have a chance to create some new processes that will put a feather in your cap. I kind of feel that for you. And that would be so Aries. It's a lot of cards. I don't think I can take that many. Yeah, that's a lot of cards. You know what? I'm putting them back. Because I don't think I was supposed to get 3. Let's put it this way. If they're meant to come out, they will come out again. Tell us about the King of Cups here, please. King of Cups. Oh! You got the Fool again. At the bottom of the deck. The Emperor. Oh, Aries. Are you getting poached? Are you being headhunted? I think you are. I think you're being headhunted. Ooh, juicy. Okay. And how could they not headhunt you? You are one of the hardest working signs that there are. I wouldn't be surprised. Super cool. Huh. All right. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and leave this out. All right. Is there anything else we need to know? I think that this is pretty self-explanatory. I think you are being poached. I think that you are being headhunted. I think that somebody is going to be like, you know what, y'all come along and work. When the time is right, get your ducks in a row. When the time is right, jump ship, come work for me. And I'm going to take good care of you. Anything else we need to know about this? Yeah, about this... Whoa, that's a lot of cards. I am not taking... No. Anything else we need to know? Kind of work... Tell me about the Three of Pentacles. Is there anything we need to know about the Three of Pentacles? Alright, I'm cutting the deck. We only have so long. Queen of Swords and the Two of Cups. Now, if this were a love reading, the Two of Cups would mean something completely different. But I get the sense from this that you are going to be in a situation where you are going to have a work partner, a work mate, who, now Swords is very analytical. Swords is very, Swords, it's air energy, but it's also somebody, so the Queen of Swords is somebody, it's a receptive energy. It's very yin, right? So it's, you have somebody that is willing to listen to your ideas, but also has a few ideas of their own. And please don't get hung up on the gender, because it could be a male, it could be a female. But this is somebody who is really willing to work with you. And not against you. You know, the Queen of Swords, I think, gets a bad rap for being like the Ice Queen and all that stuff, and I just don't think it's the case. I mean, it certainly can be. Like if it were this, and I decided to take it, I'd be like, ooh, no. But since this is ending up in a very positive trajectory, I'm going to go ahead and say that this is somebody that you definitely want in your corner, and who will be in your corner at your new position. And I mean, you cannot do better than the Sun. You really can't. I'm happy for you, Aries. This is wonderful. Truly. All right, let's pull an oracle. My cat Finnegan is desperately angling to get into my lap. Oh my goodness, Finny. I know, buddy. Let me finish Aries, okay? Sorry about that, kids. Everything unfiltered here. Let's pull an oracle card for lovely Aries. Any advice for Aries? All that glitters. All that glitters. You know, I feel like the advice here is maybe to not take the first offer that you're given. Play ball a little bit, because a new position might seem very shiny and enticing. But if you're being headhunted, play ball with the headhunter. But if you're going to play ball, play ball. Be coy. Be receptive. But also know your worth. Like, really know what you're worth. Really know what you're bringing to the table so that you can maybe make a counteroffer that is more in line with the salary and benefits and position that you envision for yourself. All that glitters. All that glitters is not gold, is what this full saying is. Actually, it's all that glisters, I think, is not gold. See, there's masks here. There may be things you don't know. Really do your due diligence. Ask a lot of questions. Really know what you're getting into. That might be part of this. Getting your ducks in a row. Shoo, Aries. All right, I think we got it. If this resonated, I would sure love to know. Please go ahead and leave me a comment. You can hit the like button. That would be really great. It really does help me. And if you have any other comments, I would love to hear them. Just keep it cool in the comments, folks. And yeah, that's all I've got for you right now, Aries. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Take care of yourselves and have a great week.